Love was everywhere. On campus, couples walked hand in hand. Laughter echoed in cafes. I never thought I'd be part of it, until the day I met Jake. It started at the university cafe. I reached for my coffee at the same moment he did. Our hands brushed. A warmth spread through me, unexpected yet familiar.
Sorry. I thought that was mine.
I should have walked away. Instead, I smiled back. And just like that, Jake became a part of my world. At first, it was small things. Seeing him around campus, sharing study sessions, laughing over inside jokes. Then, it became more. Quiet walks in the cold, his hoodie wrapped around me for warmth. One evening, we sat on his dorm rooftop, watching the sunset. I don't want this to end, but graduation is coming. Everything's about to change.
Then let's make sure it doesn't.
What do you mean?
Let's plan our future together. You and me, no matter what happens after graduation.
Are you serious?
I want this with you. A life, a home, everything.
I stared at him, searching his eyes for hesitation, but there was none. It was overwhelming. The depth of it, the certainty. And I knew, without a doubt, I wanted the same thing. I cupped his face, pulling him toward me, and kissed him. Slow, deep, like sealing a promise between us. I could feel his heartbeat against mine. This was it. This was us. And nothing would tear us apart. Falling in love with Jake felt effortless. Days turned into weeks, and before I knew it, he was the first person I looked for in the morning and the last person I spoke to at night. It wasn't just the big moments, the dates, the late night talks. It was the little things. My best friend, Lily, teased one afternoon.
Are you obsessed? Oh, really? You haven't stopped talking about Jake since we got here.
I opened my mouth to argue, but she had a point. Okay, fine. Maybe I like him. A little.
A little? Girl, please, you're in deep.
Our final year flew by, filled with late-night study sessions, graduation plans, and stolen kisses between classes. But the best part was knowing we had a future together. Then one night, in a candlelit restaurant, he took my hand.
You and me, forever. I don't need a fancy plan. I don't need years of waiting. I just need you. Will you marry me?
The moment I said yes, my life became a whirlwind of excitement. Then we kissed, long, deep, like he was pouring every ounce of love into that moment. I melted into him, letting the world fade away. This was forever. We spent months planning the wedding, picking out a venue, laughing over dress choices with Lily. Lily was more excited than I was.
This is huge. I mean, I knew you two were meant to be, but a wedding? This is next level romantic.
You're acting like it's your wedding.
It might as well be. I've been waiting for this since the day you two started making hard eyes at each other. Have you picked a honeymoon spot yet?
Not yet. Jake says he wants to surprise me. Ugh, he's so perfect. You got lucky. The wedding day arrived. Sunlight streamed through the trees, casting golden rays over the garden. Guests watched as vows were exchanged. The vows were simple, but they meant everything.
I have loved you since the first moment I saw you. You are my best friend, my home, my forever. I promise to love you, to stand by you, and to choose you every single day.
I never knew what love truly was until I met you. You are my heart, my happiness, my safe place. I promise to love you endlessly, to hold on to you in the good and the bad, and to be yours for the rest of my life. Promises whispered, a kiss sealed our forever. I was his, he was mine, and nothing would ever change that. Married life was a dream. Months passed, lazy mornings tangled in bed sheets, laughter echoing through our home, kisses that never lost their warmth. Then, one day, everything changed. I was late, a pregnancy test, 2 pink lines.
We're having a baby? Wow, I love you. I love both of you. We were going to be a family.
At first, it was perfect. Jake showered me with kisses every morning, talked to the baby at night. We imagined our life as parents. But then, little things started to feel off. Jake sat beside me in the waiting room, holding my hand as we filled out some forms. I skimmed through the paperwork, filling in my medical history when I got to the section about family health.
Do you have any history of genetic conditions in your family?
Not at all.
Wait, my mom mentioned something before. Some distant relative had a rare blood disorder.
I looked at him in surprise. Really? My mom told me the same thing. The nurse smiled.
It's actually more common than people realize. Sometimes unrelated families can share similar genetic histories.
I laughed it off, but the thought lingered. It was just a coincidence. The next day, Lily found an old picture of my dad holding me as a baby. She frowned.
I never realized it before, but he looks kind of like Jake.
I laughed it off. Another coincidence. The final sign came as I was smiling at a photo of baby Jake. I never knew until I noticed something in the background. A woman in the photo. I knew that woman. I had seen her before. My mother. A chill crept over me. Flipping through the album, my hands trembled. A date, a hospital name, the same one I was born in. My breath hitched. My name, my birth date, and right beneath it, a baby boy. Born the same day, in the same hospital, given up for adoption. My vision blurred. No, why me? Why this? What will I do now? Jake knocked softly, stepping inside.
Are you okay?
I lifted my teary eyes to his. Jake, we're siblings.
What?
I checked the records. I saw the hospital name, the birth dates, the adoption.
Stop. That's not possible. We would have known. Someone would have told us.
But they didn't.
God, this doesn't happen.
It did. His breaths came fast, panicked. Then he looked at me, really looked at me, and I knew everything we had was gone. Jake left that night. I sat alone, cradling my stomach. How do you love something that was created from love but now feels like a mistake? Days passed in a blur. Lily came around.
Hey, I'm worried about you.
I stayed silent. How do you tell your best friend that the love of your life, the father of your child, is also your brother? One night, the door creaked open. It was Jake. Neither of us spoke. He looked broken, just like me.
We need to talk.
Yeah, we do. The next morning, he sat across from me.
We were happy. We were so happy.
I know. And now it's ruined.
Do you regret it?
I should have said yes, but I didn't. Because no matter how wrong this was, I had loved him. The doctor confirmed it. The DNA, the truth, the final blow. Jake and I were siblings. We sat in silence, the weight of it crushing us. What happens now?
I think we have to start over, apart.
His words shattered me. I don't know how to live without you.
But we have to try.
And the baby?
I will always be here.
We didn't say goodbye. There were no final words, no last embraces, just silence. Then we had one last kiss. Then he walked away. I watched him go, and I let him. I sat alone for a long time. I placed a hand on my belly, feeling the faintest flutter. A reminder that a part of Jake would always stay with me. I closed my eyes. This was not the ending I imagined, but it was the only one we could have. Somehow, I had to live with it.
Did you enjoy the video? If you enjoyed the story, hit subscribe and turn the notification bell so you will never miss a new video. Drop the comment to let us know what you think. Thanks for watching and see you in the next post.